Takes us to I, review and possible approval of district's organizational chart for possible action.
This is our existing organizational chart. Now we mentioned that there have been a number of retirements. We're not proposing that we add any more staff. With reallocating some of the duties and moving some people around, we think we can continue to keep up with things. But again, we'll keep an eye on outages and problems, and if we need staffing, we'll come back and inform you of that. But in the short term, I don't think that we need to hire anybody else, and that's not proposed as part of this organizational chart change. There have been no new boxes added to this proposed chart, or this existing chart. On the proposed chart, I will mention some of the changes that have been made. Shannon Shaner's position was changed to meter tech energy auditor. When Richard Rockenbach retired, Shannon took on some added responsibilities that Richard was performing, so his title was changed. Shane Levitt's position was changed to lineman. He completed his journeyman lineman training. John Roosh also completed his journeyman lineman training, as well as Steve Barlow. Also, a meter tech position was changed to vacant because of Richard Rockenbach's retirement, but again, that will not be filled. Why don't you go ahead and put up the proposed chart so we can see those things. Back to you for the time. Okay. So some of the other changes we've made, we've changed the lead billing and customer service position over on the very right-hand side to just billing and customer service. And we have eliminated the, let me get the title right here, the information specialist. Karma Kimball has been moved into that customer service billing representative position, and the position that she held with information specialist has been removed. We have moved those information responsibilities over to Keith Buckhalter. He's done a good job of contacting customers and staying in touch with people, and we feel like that he can lead that more effectively, and Karma will continue to assist him where needed. But Keith will take on those duties and be responsible to continue some of the programs that we're doing and expand those. We're also proposing that we eliminate the supervisor of engineering and operations, and that goes along with one of the proposed changes that's on the agenda for later today. We also have a lead lineman position in Mesquite. Dennis is planning on retiring in October. When he retires, we will not put anybody in that lead lineman position. He was put in that position because of his experience and because of the need to break up the crew sometimes. But we feel like that in the short term, we don't need to fill that position. We'll leave that on the org chart, but we'll leave that vacant for the next interim. And then you can also see that we've kept on there the assistant general manager position, which we propose be filled, and also the engineering manager position that we propose that be filled. Right now we have 50 employees, and after Rich's retirement we'll be down to 48 employees. And we feel like that there are probably a few more changes and adjustments that we need to make as we go forward, but this is what we're proposing at this time. Are there any questions regarding these?
Why did you change from a supervisor to a manager doing the same thing? What was the purpose for us?
The purpose of that was because that was a kind of a mid-level position. It was between, I held the engineering manager position, and John held that supervisor position on the interim. He was the only one in the company that had that level of position. I tried to make it so it was consistent across the board. So we didn't have any weird levels of management. People didn't understand where they fit in or what their duties are.
Are we to make that approval in that organization? Looking for a motion to approve the change.
I'll make a motion. Plug it.
I've got a motion. Can I get a second? I have a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for the question. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, the motion carries. That takes us to item J, review and possible approval to fill the assistant general manager position.
I previously held the assistant general manager position, and I saw from my duties there in assisting Delmar that that as the general manager, you're pulled in a lot of different directions, especially in today's environment with the regulations, as we talked about, the shortage criteria, and the different organizations that you have to participate in. If I'm not careful, I could be gone more than I want to, and I feel like it's important for me to share those duties with somebody because I can't be in two places at the same time. I have proposed that Terry be named the assistant general manager who can help out in covering those duties, and also have someone here in the office who's in charge of things when I do need to be away and taking care of other business. Terry's worked here for over 18 years, has been involved in management for a number of years, has done a phenomenal job. I've been working with her, she's been taking on some of those duties already, and it's my proposal that she be named to that position because she's already starting to tackle some of those things. And, the salary that is proposed is $116,335. That was derived by investigating the NRECA compensation guide, along with a number of other guides. The problem with some of the other guides, you have NWPPA, who is the Northwest, their wages are much, much higher than ours. You have the APPA, which covers most of the country, but it's heavily concentrated in the South, and their wages are much lower than ours. The National Rural Electric Association, I feel like, covers a lot more centralized representation of what goes on out there, so I've talked to the other general managers and other people in the industry. And so the average compensation for an assistant general manager is that's proposed. And so I propose that Terry be named to that position at that salary.
Another important aspect of it is to have a backup in case of the worst case scenario, something were to happen to you permanently. And there's somebody that is a little bit familiar with the position to carry on duty. Yeah, that's in general, I think our policy to have in management positions to be, so if that does happen, there's something to take the place.
Will Terry still fill her roles in the financial area?
She will still maintain her role over finances and administration, so we would not take her out of that position and move somebody else to that level. She would still continue those duties.
So what we're doing is adding responsibility,
That's correct.
and paying for that added responsibility.
That's correct.
And I plan on retiring in 30 years, so I have at least 12 more to go.
Okay.
So there is a cost savings based on not replacing that position, just combining with another position, and that adds up to $150-some thousand.
Yes, yeah, that, as I presented that before, that, let me get you the exact number there. Dig back to my paperwork here. Yeah, this year it will result in $152,208 savings.
Okay, I'm looking for a motion to approve the district, to fill the assistant manager's position as proposed. Do I have a motion to that effect? I have a motion, do I have a second?
I'll second.
I have a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for the question. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, the motion carries.